Well, welcome back. Here we are on our fourth and final session of working with data input with Freon's Mobile on iPhones, Androids, Blackberries, and tablets. And what we want to do now is we've created the whole project, SmartForms, and now we want to be able to not create points on just a straight form with GPS and digital photos, but we also want to be able to come in and digitize right on the screen. So we're going to come in and hit map resources, and we'll make a mapping application. So we want to come in and add that map resource. It's our GIS server, and once again, nice thing about Freon is we don't have to expose that to the outside world. We can type in an internal IP, and just like a map resource, we're going to come in here and grab the exact same one, it's going to give me a little preview of it here. There we go, beautiful. We'll call it PG Pond Inspection SDE. Okay, let's go ahead and hit apply. And now we're going to come in here and do a couple things. We'll set the projection so we can zoom to our GPS to the correct one. It's Maryland feet, NAD 83. I'm going to turn some layers off initially here. I'm going to go ahead and turn off our data layers, and we'll go ahead and turn off our aerial photo layers also, which is already off. So we'll go ahead and hit apply, hit save, and we created a map resource now. Now I want to quickly come in and build a mapping application with a multi-platform map config. Let's go ahead and add one, and the map resource is going to be that one we just created on the bottom. And once again, I name everything the same so I can remember: PG Pond Inspection. There we go. We'll hit apply. Now we can start adding all the feature functionalities to this. One of the first things we'll do is we'll come in here and we'll add a base layer, and we'll call it streets, and we'll just turn our Bing Map streets. Oop. That'll be one base layer. We'll make another base layer. That's the aerial photos, Bing aerial photos. Call it aerial photos. Once again, this lets our end user turn off and on base layers, and we also want to add groups of layers, and we'll come in here and call this pond ponds, and we'll turn on the pond form and the centroid and the pond itself. We'll hit apply, and then we also have let's turn on another one called drainage, and we'll turn on the drainage polygons. So these can be groups or individual layers. Hit apply. Okay, we're done with our layers. Let's come in, and we don't have any searches right now, but this would be parcel searches or pond searches. We'll do that later. But we do want to let people select, identify. And what do they want to do? They want to identify either a pond, and let's say you have to be within 10 feet of a pond to select it. And this is going to be, let's rename it to something people understand, ponds. And when they identify these ponds, what information do I want them to see? All looks good. We can stake out the area and the perimeter shape information. So I can rename these, move these up and down, turn them off, get rid of them. That's good enough for me. Let's go ahead. And we also want people to be able to select our pond inspection form. So let's go ahead and, cancel. I didn't get that right. Let me come in here and here we go. Here's our form. So let's go ahead and add that. And once again, let's be within 50 feet of a pond inspection form with our cursor. If we make that too small, people will have to zoom in too close and won't get anything returned. So you might have to try different things with that. Here's the pond inspection form. This is just identifying it. Once again, I'm turning off and on features. Do we all want to see the lat long? Yeah, that's good. Timestamp. That's fine. Let's all leave that in there. Hit apply. Now, the important part, I want to go in and edit, digitize on the screen our forms. So there's my form. I'm going to go ahead and add editing. And here's our form. Let's rename it. We'll rename it to Pond Inspections. And feature service is, there it is, our pond inspection. Let's make sure we get to, and our table. Very important to get our correct table. Okay, we're going to be able to create a feature, delete a feature, edit a feature, and edit attributes. And once again, here are the forms that we want to come in. And we want to do the same type of thing in here. We want to come in and not let people put in the lat and the long and the timestamp. So I want to reproduce what I did in the SmartForm. I want to set pull downs. I want to add the photo and the hide fields on the drop down. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here and return as soon as I'm done with that. I'm just repeating what I did again on the SmartForms. Okay, so we're back and we've edited all our pull downs with our turn-offs just like we did before in the SmartForm. We're just reproducing that. I don't need to add a location to this, but I do need to add a picture to it. So let's go ahead and add the picture to the bottom, because even when I digitize on the map, I'm going to want to add a photo. So let's go ahead and edit this, and we're just going to say the field is photo long again. There we go. Alright, hit apply, and we're done with that field. Once again, it's saying those fields are a little long. We can truncate those and rename them. There we go. So we've selected fields, we've edited fields. Let's turn on, let's make this a little more. Let's enable our GPS location so we can let our people zoom to that, their GPS location. Let's go ahead and modify this form name to inspection points. That was for the selection. Whoop, we got cap locks on. Inspection points. Okay, let's go ahead and hit apply. We're done. Right now we can always come back and modify this more as we'd like, add a search, edit more layers, but let's go ahead and hit apply, because we're done here. The only other thing is, once again, once I create an application, a map or a SmartForm, I need to put it in a profile. So let's come in here and let's add a profile. We'll call it Pond Inspections. Well, let's call it, I've got a certain client here, we're going to call it PG Inspections. Call it PG Maps, how about that, because that's what it is. And it's going to be a multi-platform map. We'll hit apply, and we'll add our map application to it. Should be on the bottom here, alphabetical order, PG, aren't you glad we named them, what we understand them, what they are, and we'll go pond inspection map. And we'll go GPS and photos. There we go, we'll hit apply. And there we are, we're done. We've created SmartForms, maps, hooked up database resources, and let's go and we'll make one more movie, the 5th in the series of 5, and just show you what it looks like on the iPhones and the Androids. But that's it for configuring.